Welcome to this week's blogging video. This one is going to be really good because it's all about the things that I wish I learned along the way, which I just think there's such like a wealth of knowledge for any business or any person that has seen success in a business to kind of like pick at their brain and be like, okay, what do you wish that you knew? Or what do you wish that you learned along the way? I just think it can be so helpful for your journey. I love seeing other successful people and hear what they have to say. So I hope this video is very interesting for you. A little quick background on me. I feel like I need to do these backgrounds so you're not just like, who is this random girl talking to me? But I started BySophiaLee.com, my blog, when I was going into my sophomore year of college. It's now been 4 years, and in those 4 years, I have grown my website to be a 7-figure business. We make over 6 figures a month, which is super exciting. We have a team of 6. I'm in my office right now, and I have learned so much over the last 4 years. It's insane. So here are just some of my blogging tips to help kickstart your website and help you grow faster into starting a website that earns you money. So the first thing that I've learned along the way is that you can't assume that when you're starting a blog that your blog is going to be your business. I always say that your blog needs to be the marketing engine that fuels your business. So for me, I personally don't believe if we just did traditional blog posts like we do on BySophiaLee.com, that we would be able to keep that as a sustainable business for years and years and years. And maybe you can argue that, maybe people don't agree with this, but my personal opinion is that you have to have other things that feed into it to keep it interesting. So, and I'm always about diversifying, whatever word it is, doesn't matter, your income. That is something that I've learned along the way. I don't even have this written down, but you never can know when a social media, when SEO, when anything within this blogging world is going to shut down on you. The only thing that you have that you personally own is your website if you're a self-hosted website, and your email list if you have an email list. Everything else, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, Google, they could cut you out in one day. So it's really important to make sure that you have eggs in different baskets. I know some people, here's an example. This is something that was really hard when I was going through blogging. So for the first 2 years of Amazon, I believe you got an 8% commission on anything you sold. So 8%, that can make up a lot of your income, and that did make up a lot of people's incomes for different bloggers. And then on March 13th or something around that date of 2020, which you know exactly in your head right when that was and when people needed money the most, Amazon slashed their affiliate revenue prices or whatever it is. Let's say that on my website I have a sheet set that I am saying is really good. I have it, someone clicks on it and buys it. Before, I would get 8% of that cost as like a commission for selling that product. Now, Amazon slashed those to like 2 to 3%. So that is over half of what we used to earn. So for the people that we used to rely on Amazon affiliate income, they were literally screwed and their business was over. So luckily for us, we didn't rely on it fully. It was still a big chunk of our income, so we did have to like refigure that part of our business out. But that just reminded me that you can never focus just on one thing. It is so not worth it. You are waiting for your business to fail essentially, because if something happened, like even Instagram, the algorithm, oh my God, you don't even know. Pinterest, the updates that they put together, it's like you need to have your eggs in different baskets. That's something that I learned the hard way. For us personally, our biggest focus is SEO and our email list, because those are the things that are most reliable. Our email list probably more than SEO. If you go to our website, every single thing on our website is essentially to have you join our email list, because once you're on our email list, we can contact you over and over and over again. Not in an annoying way, like we really try to make it as helpful as possible, but that's just different than a follower on Pinterest and then Pinterest just stops showing your stuff to them. So that is something I learned. That is a side, that was number 2. I guess we should go back to number 1, which, what was I even talking about? Oh, Okay, you can't expect just blogging to be your business. So for like us, BuySophiaLee.com is my marketing engine for my interior design business. So right now we're flipping a house. My goal for my career and for my business is to own a nationally known interior design firm. I don't want to be known as a blogger. Maybe that's offensive to people. I'm sorry if it is offensive to you, but for me personally, when people are like, oh, you're a blogger for your job, right? I'm like, I mean, yes, and like I don't want to be rude, but I'm like, there is so much more to what we do than just the blog. So the blog is the marketing engine that can get eyes on my the house that we're doing and just gather a following so that I can start a successful interior design business. Same with our planners that we did. That is like a separate business in itself, is the planners, but we were able to start the planner business because we had the blog backing us up with those followers. Or even like I've seen like some fashion bloggers on like Instagram. To their viewer, all that they do is show their outfits and show different clothing, which was great for the first 5 years of when those fashion influencers were growing. But if they don't start their own fashion line or collab with a larger company or start something of their own, you can kind of see their downfall. So moral of all of this is what I'm saying is if you are planning on starting a blog, you have to have in the back of your head that the blog is just what is going to bring you and help you grow to that next step easier. This is something that's a broken record. I'm trying not to be a broken record for previous videos, but having a blog is serious work and it is not easy. It is not a fast game. That is such a misconception. It is really, really hard work and it is so lonely. I think that is something that like I didn't fully realize when I was getting into it. Now that I have a team, it was less lonely, but for the first 2 years of having my website, it was me and only me. Like I did everything. Everyone is like, that's weird that you're starting a blog, like people from the outside and you're like, whatever. And then you're working on it 24/7 and nothing's happening. So that first year is tough. And so you like really have to be mentally strong to be able to push yourself to keep going because no one else is. Everyone else is looking at you like you're a Looney Tune and you're not seeing any success yet. So I think that's just such a misconception that blogging is easy. It's like such a joke actually. Blogging is not easy. It takes so much work. It is such a long-term game. Some people get lucky. That's just what happens. Some people in business get lucky. This is a business. Most of the time it takes a year or over a year. And a year, when you say it out loud, seems a short amount of time. But when you're doing it every single day on top of your other job, on top of school, whatever you're doing, it is exhausting and you feel like it is the longest period of your life. So that's another thing. That's probably my biggest broken record moment because I do say that a lot, but people don't get that, and you need to get that into your head, and people don't. So that's what I harp on the most. Number 4, I guess. If you are thinking long term to sell your website, do not name it after yourself. I am trying to create a website that's like I'm the brand of it almost. So it made sense for me to start it as By Sophia Lee, which is my name. However, I have this business mentor who I really look up to, and when I first was starting, she's like, you need to change your name. And I'm like, why? And she's like, you will never be able to sell your website with your name on it. And selling your website, you can make a lot of money. So just to kind of know your end goal, if you do want to sell your website in the future, do not name it after yourself. 5, videos are the future. Everything is going to be video. This is something that I actually heard 2 years ago, and I wish I focused on it more. Everything is going to be video. I think we can already see that with TikTok. Pinterest is all video, like not all videos, but a lot of videos right now. Instagram videos, YouTube videos, obviously. Everything is going to be videos, which for a creator side of things just takes a lot longer. Everything video is so much harder than just snapping a picture. I'm not saying that snapping a picture is easy, it's not, but video is just, there's a lot more that goes into it. So when you're thinking of your business plan, just think, how can I incorporate video into this? Because eventually you will be forced to do video, and if you do video now, you'll see probably more success. And lastly, this is another thing on selling products. If you are planning on selling products in the future, just make sure when you're designing your theme or buying a theme that it is compatible to either work with Shopify, WooCommerce I know is one, just any of those platforms where you can sell products on. That did not even cross my mind when I was first starting, and so now since we are a lot more product based, that's something that does cross our mind all the time, and now we're constantly being like, okay, well, is our website compatible to sell products? Can we have it mobile? Every single thing is mobile. Like 80% of our personal views for our website come through a mobile phone. So our mobile platform is way more important than our desktop platform, just because of majority is looking at it through there. So that's just a little tidbit. I don't know. I personally didn't think of that, so maybe you didn't think of that either. But those are the biggest things that I wish that I would have known. I think I have a lot more like basic tips in other videos. I'll link some of those videos down below that I think would be really helpful for you to watch. But those are some things that I really feel like I haven't talked about yet and are huge, and now that we're 4 years into this, are at the front of our minds currently. So hopefully that was helpful. Make sure to subscribe to this blogging channel. I am on a roll with these videos. I'm really going hard with them. Check out our blogging courses. We have Perfecting Blogging, Perfecting Pinterest. They are really so incredibly helpful. I think they're basically the courses that I just wish I would have had when I was first starting my blog. I swear by courses. I just think that helps skyrocket my blog. It's so much easier to learn from someone that's already had success in doing something versus you trying to spend months figuring it out. So check those out. I also, if you want to see the courses that I've personally taken, I have a video about that, and it's on my website. So there's just a lot of things out there that will help you as a blogger or someone trying to start a blog. So hopefully that was really helpful, and I will see you at next week's video or email.